Welcome back, guys. What the hell are we doing in London? We're supposed to be in... This is supposed to be building Aquitania. What are we doing in building London? I've moved the shard over here, right? Because I want to kind of show you some stuff. And I want to put a call out to all modders. We need more futuristic and especially fantasy stuff. I'm talking Lord of the Rings, I'm talking Warhammer, like all kinds of crazy fantasy stuff. I want to show you some of the futuristic stuff that is in the game. And hopefully I'm going to be using some of this stuff when I actually get to the build of Aquitania. And I wanted to give you a little taste because I wanted to kind of get you in the mood for the build. So this is the Shard, right? The tallest building in London. These are a couple of models from a guy who's put together a collection called Simple Tools. Now this one, which you can see is about twice as big as the Shard. This thing is beautiful. I loved it. I love the simplicity of it. Love the beautiful lines of it. I love the mirrored effect that he's got on here. You can see if I angle up. Look at this. It's like something out of Mirror's Edge. If you think that one's good, right? That's awesome because it's very futuristic because it's not like a regular building. But if you want a futuristic office block, how about this little puppy? Right, and this again has the mirroring. I love that Mirror's Edge thing. I love the way that this is cut out at the back and stuff. The thing is, these are very, very, very big. We could use with some of the same style of building, but on a smaller scale. Then there's this thing, like this is the Shard, right? And like, look at this thing. This thing is enormous and very futuristic, very, very cool. Absolutely love it. I wanted to show you these, and then I wanted to show you the big one. Yeah, I mean, like, you thought this was the big one? No, that's not the big one. Have a look at what may be the centerpiece when I finally finish the build, the map, and get onto the actual build. Look over there. This is actually two buildings. This thing on top, this spiral thing, this is the Bifrost Tower, and then this thing down here, this is the Apple campus. And I just absolutely freaking love this stuff. And I could look at this for a long time. But my point is, right, like, we want stuff like this, not necessarily on this incredible scale. I mean, this seriously is absolutely huge. The thing is enormous. But yeah, this is kind of the, like, a bit of the inspiration for what I want to go for. So let's get back to the map and start building, shall we? Okay, so here we are back in Aquitania. Now this is going to be scaled down because this is like too high. I'm probably going to bring this down to probably maybe 3/4 of the height, or maybe even half the height. We'll kind of see. But what we're going to get started on in this one is the outside of the map, because at the moment this looks kind of, yeah, you know, not so great. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to create like the outside valley, or create the outside that creates the valley inside. And I think you'll see that it's going to be a pretty radical change. And I'm going to mention this now. I'll show you this in more detail in like future episodes, but I've picked up a bunch of extra brushes. And there's all kinds of stuff. Like, I had to show you this one. Like, look at this. Like, I'm not sure what this is. Kids, ask your parents what that is. But like in the center, we may end up having multiple versions of this map, because I've got so many like insane ideas. Like, I'll give you, like, these are the kind of ideas that have been springing into my head. So like how about Skull Island? Perhaps this is an island full of salty pirates. Could be quite cool. I don't think I'm going to be doing that version, but, you know, it kind of gives you the idea. I got ideas for like all kinds of things, for like really kind of futuristic ones. Like, for example, you could have like a central island, and then you could have a bunch of islands kind of around it, like this. A bunch of hexagonal islands, like that. And then, like, you could use things like this to, like, interconnect them. This, connecting land bridges and stuff like that. You can create all kinds of cool stuff. But what I'm probably going to go for in the center is I'll flash up a couple of images now. This is kind of my inspiration for what I'm going to do in the center, and this one in particular is probably going to be very much like what it's going to be like in the center. But like I said, I'm probably going to end up doing maybe multiple versions of what's in the center and maybe what's on the outside. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, guys. Right, now I'm actually going to get on with what I was going to get on originally, which is to show you how I'm going to do the outside. We're going to take the level tool, we're going to crank the brush size up to maximum, and then I'm going to set this to about halfway, about 500. That'll do. And yeah, I know I could type the number in there if I wanted it to be exact, but this will do. So what we're going to do is, and I'm only going to do kind of like one corner, and then I'll either just do the rest offline or I'll time lapse it for you. But so we'll do something like this and do the same over here. Let's bring this down here. So I'm just doing this so that you get kind of the idea. Right. So then I'm going to take the brush size down to maybe about 2/3 ish, something like that. Then what we're going to do, we're going to take the old ramp tool and then take ramps up here, like whoops. If I do it properly, let's do it like. But to be honest, the more irregular it is, the better this is going to turn out. So let's do another one kind of there and another one, and you can do them completely differently to get, because what you want is kind of a rugged terrain, and you kind of see when I get done with this there, that kind of thing. Right, now I'm going to go to the raise lower, and I'm going to take this brush, and we'll crank this up to maximum. Come on, go up to max. And yeah, we'll take brush strength 1. That'll do fine. And yeah, right. So what I'm going to do now is start creating some mountains. And it's just a case of like throwing them in and creating some peaks, like particularly kind of at the back. But we're going to do a lot more messing around with this. So if you think, oh my god, this is looking horrible, don't worry, it'll all work out. Right, cool. Liking this. Right, now this thing over here, which one is it? It's either this one or this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. This thing is awesome for creating mountains. Let me show you why, right? And we'll take the brush strength down a little bit, I think, for this. And you'll see that if I kind of do this, you get these lovely ridges coming down. And let's bring this up a bit at the back. This has gone up a bit too high. You know what? Let's take that back, because I didn't do that very well. Let's do this again. So we want more at the back. Here we go. And over here. And it creates these kind of ridges coming down this way. Now, that presents a bit of a problem, because whilst that looks okay over here, and don't worry, I'm gonna take this down a bit. Let's take this down a bit like this. There we go. Right. Whilst it looks okay here, if you do it on the other edge, right, then you get the lines going the other way, and then it doesn't look good, because the line, it should be coming into the valley. Wow, there's a way around that. There is a mod out there which is called Rotate Brush, I think it's called, and you use Control Q and Control E, and you can actually rotate the brushes. So we can rotate it round to like that direction, right, and then we can have our lines coming in the way we want them to come in, which is perfect. Let's undo all of that. And then we'll do some of this over here. And right, cool. Alrighty. Then I'm going to take the smooth tool. We'll set our brush strength like way down. And we'll take, which brush are we going to use? We're going to use this one. And we'll just have a bit of a smooth. Actually, we want it a little bit stronger than that, otherwise it'll take hours. Now we'll just smooth some of this out. Get rid of some of the worst peaks and stuff. Smooth out this bottom part down here. And I'm going to take the hard edge brush in actual fact. Starting to get there. Starting to get there. Going to go back to this. And we're going to do the same thing. But yeah, maybe half the brush strength. And we'll just add in some more rough stuff. Yeah, it's a bit too even. Right, so we got to kind of make some of these up and down a bit more. So you know what? Let's have let's bring this down a bit, bring this up a bit, and bring this down a bit here. And there, and probably, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that should come down a bit there, and up a bit there, down a bit, down a bit. All right, cool. We're kind of sort of getting there. Let's do a little bit more softening, I think, on about maybe half strength. And you kind of got to go over this again and again to kind of get exactly the effect that you want. All right, cool. We're kind of sort of ish getting there. I'm going to raise the sea level. Eventually, all the water's going to come from here, and the water's going to be coming up like kind of to the edge and stuff. Actually, I can do it with this. Take a level there and create another. Ooh, that's kind of cool and interesting. Right. Yeah, this is on 3 times speed. So this water's going to pour out now, and we'll have a lot more water around here. Because what I've decided is that we're going to have this this central thing in the middle, and then around it, this is going to be really a lagoon with islands in it, rather than having rivers running through it. Because I think it looks more interesting. I was playing around earlier and trying like different designs and stuff, and I think it looks better. So let's while this water's starting to pour out, and this will kind of fill up to here. Let's have a see if we can finish this off. How are we doing with the water? The water's starting to come. The water is starting to come now. Just going to throw some trees on. Now, like I said, this is going to take a lot more playing around with, but I just want to give you the flavour of it so that you kind of go, ah, okay, yeah, I can kind of see where he's going with this. Okay, so hopefully when we come down here, now that come on, I don't think that is too bad. Now, when you consider that I've still got a lot more work to do on this, so our islands will be down here, like this kind of thing, right? And we'll have our buildings down here, and then this is going to be the backdrop. So this is going to be the valley that we're in. And then when we go up to here, now bear in mind, this isn't going to be so high, right? This is going to be like half the height. This is still going to look fairly imposing around the edges. That does not look too bad at all. That's definitely got the feel that I was going. And you can see the difference when you kind of look at it like without the trees And then you add the trees in, and suddenly you get this kind of tropical, cool feel to it. That is not bad. And this is going to be like all the way around. So, oh, you know what? I've just realised why the water isn't filling up the way I wanted it to. Let me solve that problem for you. So. So that the water is actually trapped in the valley, and then we're going to have some rivers which go out kind of through the mountains. So we might have one that goes out like through here, maybe. So how would we do that? Yeah, well, we'd get something like maybe this tool. Yeah, I like that brush. Drop the brush strength a bit, and then we're going to lower some of this, so that we can get this kind of river going through it. We'll have maybe a bit of a lake there. And let's drop this down a bit. Right. Yep, that's kind of cool. Liking that. Then we'll shrink this down a little bit. And then we'll have the actual river kind of going into here. And then maybe through and out this side. Like that kind of thing. And there goes the water. Oh, very cool. Very cool. And we're going to have these all these nice beautiful beaches all over the place. And I want the contrast though. I want the central island to have a lot of this kind of stuff around it. But this is one of the reasons why I'm going to lower this down to, and I'm thinking now probably about half height, because we want enough room that we can build in here. Okay, and that in and of itself is kind of an issue, but we can't take up too much room with the stuff around it, because we need buildable areas. You know, we need places for the islands to be. So getting the scale of this right is going to be something that I'm going to have to play around with. But there you go. I think we'll leave it there for now. But I hope that you kind of like this this mountainous backdrop that we're going to have. I'm going to do obviously a lot more work on this. This one I like how this mountain comes up. This over here isn't quite right. That needs a bit more work. But that's what I'm going to be doing. If you want me to time lapse it, let me know. If you want me to do it offline, let me know. I haven't decided which I'm going to do. But when we come back for the next episode, we'll have done the outside, and then we're going to start working on the probably on the central piece. But we'll probably get started on the maybe get started on the outlying islands as well, to kind of show you like more of what I've got in mind. Right, well, there you go. I'm going to leave you with a view out to our beautiful mountains, and I will catch you for the next one, guys. Peace out.